I love that woman. She's bonkers. But if she asks me for the moon, somehow I get it for her.
You don't think she should find her own hobby, do you?
She's been married to me for 24 years. She loves it.
Ours is detached and at the end of an exclusive cul-de-sac development. I know exactly how you feel.
Oh, here he is. My new financial advisor. All right, College, eh? He's better ground his dogs faster than mine. What the hell?
£1,000? What on earth are you doing, £1,000?
Finest investment of your life, Sophie.
But we'll lose.
Exactly. And I'll pay the oaf with a gracious heart. Result, he'll think I'm the Admirable Crichton.
What's gotten into the nutter now?
She told me this morning she was a woman at a crossroads.
Spaghetti Junction, more like.
Here we go, little Jim. This is it. We're gonna win. I was put on this planet to race this dog. We're gonna win, you daft cow.
Why don't we do a Mexican wave?
Yeah. Did she? I'll be in a study working.
We were up so late.
Last night wasn't work. That was fun. Hey, you know.
I can't believe how old I am.
Facts. Larry Patterson to Torpedo Video. We 275 copies of Godfather 3. Dear Antonio, bloody hell. But who uses Betamax these days? I look forward to hearing
We've never
from...
been to Brighton. Why don't we go today? Let's go.
My dad said, watch her. She's never grown up. We've got bills to pay, precious. Now that I bought you this big house.
I thought the whole point of moving was so that we could spend more time together. All you ever do is work, Larry. I mean, what am I supposed to do here, stuck in the middle of a field?
You're my wife. You don't have to do anything. Oh, do what you always do.
Everything's different now. I don't know anyone round here. I know everyone in Ilford.
Don't bleat on about Ilford. A lifetime's hard work has allowed me to crawl out of that gutter.
Oh, please, Larry. Can't we today, just today, be together for once?
Look, I've got to get on.
Listen to me. Oh, blimey, you stink of cigars.
That's a sweet smell of success. Yeah, come here.
Oh, sorry. Trust me.
What do you want?
I've walked the dogs and don't forget I won't be back till this afternoon. I've got to pick my old man up from the station. He's been working up north.
Please?
Oh, please, Mum.
No, I'm sorry. My mind's made up.
Well, what am I supposed to tell him? He loves you.
You'll think of something. He's your father.
He's your husband. Why didn't you say something when you saw him? You visited him a month ago.
My mind's made up. Here, make yourself useful. You're on fruit.
Mum, listen to me. You can't just walk away after 25 years without a word. It'll kill him.
Since he's been away, I've discovered a lot of things about myself. I didn't realise how easy it was to get along without him till he was no longer there. I didn't think I could cope. You know how impossible he is.
Well, he might change.
Oh, I have. I'm not going back to how it was. I can't. Don't try and make me.
Well, where's he going to go?
Well, he can stay with you.
Oh, Mum?
I've had to put up with his nose whistle for 25 years. I couldn't take it for another second. Do you realise what it's like to come back and find your living room has been turned into a cafe, or to discover 700 terrapins in the bath?
He was always one for big plans, Dad.
Well, I've served my sentence. This is for your father. It explains everything. I can't face him.
Yes?
Is this apple French?
What you gonna do, eat it or talk to it?
One packet of Poolos. One watch. Busted. One ticket for West Ham Wolverhampton. Mr. Cracker there, Jim.
Hurry up, my missus will be waiting outside.
Yeah? All right, is it?
Show a bit of respect.
34 pence in change.
Who cares? I got my freedom.
Yeah. In the news of the world, waiting outside with a checkbook to buy your story.
And the rest.
All I ever wanted was a reason to be happy. Happiness can be so hard to find. All I ever needed was for you to get to know me. Everlasting shining peace of mind.
Freedom is my name and freedom is my nature, running all around and round.
Hello, Dad.
You got a tin opener? Oh, joy.
Sometimes needs a bit of caressing.
Where's your mum?
She gave me a note.
A bit more foreplay.
I had to post me electric money this morning, and terrible feeling.
Do you think I wouldn't be able to survive without a few bars around me, eh?
I've got a dog.
You always wear a soppy tart, you. So what did her note say, then?
You know, sort of thing.
No?
Dear Jim, she wants a clean break, etc. Women, eh?
Well, she can't be... She's not conditioned, surely. She can't...
That's easy for you to say.
She's leaving me?
Not exactly. You're leaving her. She's locking you out.
Don't be daft. I love her.
It's running like a dream this morning.
So is my life.
Well, what's done's done.
Not yet, it ain't.
No, my note. My Jim will have got my note by now.
You had to make a clean break. You're better off on your own.
Oh, I know.
Here we are.
Oh, thanks.
Cheers, love. Here's to you and your newfound freedom.
Cheers.
First day of your new life.
This is the worst day of my life. She's left me because I've got a criminal record. She can't stand the humiliation of having her man banged up. That's what it is. It's the stigma.
You got 3 months for not paying your fare on the tube. You only got that because you're such a difficult sod insisting on a jury.
Oh, don't go on.
That's why she left you, because you're so bloody stubborn. Don't panic. Give her a few days. I'm sure she'll come round. I'm going to have to dump this. I've got to get back to work.
You're not still working for that Larry Blubberguts Patterson, are you?
You have to go where the work is, and there's a lot of work with him, Dad.
He doesn't know about... does he?
Of course not. I told him he was working up north.
Oh, perfect. That'll impress him. That'll get me into the back door of his lodge. Couldn't I have been doing something fancy, somewhere exotic, like logging in Toronto? Always fancied one of them jackets.
Come on, let's get moving.
Where am I going to go? She's left me. I've got nowhere to go, nowhere to go to.
You're coming to stay with me in the Island Fleet, my dog. Where are you going?
I'm going to ask for another 3,000 offences to be taken into consideration.
Come on. Remember, today is the first day in the rest of your life.
Look, my friend, do you know how many outlets I've got? Huh? Right. Well, I'll tell you what. You knock half a sheet off each video, and I'll take 2,000. Can you bear with me a second?
What's your story?
I'm over him.
I paid someone to do that.
Where is she?
Watching the video. Taped all the adverts last night.
The guy on the other end of this phone is worth a lot of bucks to us, Petal.
I feel I may have arrived at an inopportune moment again.
Get some meals, please, George.
Sue?
Sorrows come not in watches, but it bloody pours.
I still want paying by Friday. It's not down to me, it ain't my shop.
I've got this, George. How was the nick, Jim? If you can't do your time, don't do your crime, eh?
It wasn't a crime, it was a misunderstanding.
I understand. You don't want to talk about it, Jim. You've got another scam up your sleeve. One careless word means years a bird. See you around then, Jim. And don't forget, you owe me.
Nice man. If you're down on your luck, Jim, there's a dog running at the Stow on Saturday. Biggest certainty since Dirty Little One on the pill.
What do you know about it? You're not in that game anymore, are you?
No, but Dog of War's a dead cert.
If the news has filtered as far down the greyhound fraternity as you, it's also a certainty it's going to be bloody short odds, which means that the return on my 34p is going to be negligible.
Yeah, my cash flow's knackered and all. The only real money to be made on the dogs is if you're on the inside.
You were on the inside, what happened to you?
I was only a trainer, and I never had a decent dog, did I? In any case, you've got to speculate to accumulate. I never had nothing to speculate with.
You didn't train this brute that's running on Saturday, then?
No, it's out of the Larry Patterson kennel. Your boy is still his muppet.
Come on, then. Now, is the ne'er-do-well? Huh? It's funny the different paths life takes you down, isn't it? I mean, who'd have thought, for example, that I'd end up with all this? And that your mother would end up with Jim Morley? Huh? She was about as Stepney Green Jr. as your mum.
Larry?
Huh?
Do you want to go to Brighton?
Huh?
You bloody nutcase! Get down here right now! She's mad, she just broke my piranha in the pool! Well, go and get in there! Go on! The glory, you'll kill it! What'd you do that for?
This place is doing my brain in.
If it dies...
Honestly, Larry, I hate it here.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Lauren. You have just ruined my leisure time for the day. If I have a stress-related heart attack, don't think you're getting a penny.
Put the bomb, 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 put the shammy, shammy, lammy, bam. Hello, Margaret.
Didn't you get my letter?
Margaret, I deserve more than a letter.
I knew you'd come round. Oh, please, Jim. Just leave me alone. I've had it up to here.
Look, I know things haven't always been easy, but I've changed a lot these past weeks.
So have I. Listen to me, Jim. I should have done this years ago. It's over.
Come on, let's just forget all this nonsense.
I'm serious, Jim.
No, you're mad about me. You know you are. See?
Jim.
I'm going to prove to you I'm the man you want. Margaret!
I don't know what's occurring, do I? I mean, as I'm leaving her gaff, there's this bleeding great bouquet arriving from Larry Patterson Inc.
Yeah, well, he's Mr. Generosity for people who do him favours.
No, he's just flash, you know that. I know that snivelling git. No, she does his dishes for him at his functions and what have you. I know that, but I just don't like to think of him supporting my wife and boy.
He supports everybody. Do you know how many people he employs? 208.
He's such a lucky sod. He always was, even at school. I hated him then.
He was very cruel about my lazy eye.
He's never blacked his nose in my pie and mess shop.
Even his hobby nets him more in a week than we're likely to see in a year.
Well, that's the old thing with dogs, see, isn't it, George? You get a few good uns, you're talking about a bottomless purse job.
True.
Mum's taking it back. Soon, son, soon.
Oh, I knew she'd have a rethink.
Once I got myself sorted, and inside your old dad's brain are all the answers.
What answers? What's he talking about?
My career, son. I'm going to beat Larry Patterson at his own game.
Videos? What do you know about videos?
Nothing. You haven't been able to see what's in front of your nose, have you?
Hey?
There you are. Working for Larry Patterson, and you haven't had the foresight to cash in.
Oh, what, Dad?
Sometimes I despair of you, little Jim. I don't know whether you're naive or just stupid. Me and George have been looking through the history of your dog, Highland Fling, in a greyhound life. Son, we are sitting on a gold mine.
But, Dad, listen.
But me no buts. I'm going to train that brute into the next champion. I've checked its form. Do you know that dog did 29.10? Where are my little darling? Daddy's home. I was dreaming of racing that tripod. Well, he still could, but you'd probably win. It's a joke. What happened to the poor bitch?
She got run over by a milk float, didn't she?
Fast then, was she?
Mr. Patterson was going to put her down.
But you wanted to nurse her back to health.
Yep.
There really is nothing between me and a proper job, is there?
What are you doing?
I'm on strike. Oh, don't smile. You look like an half-wit.
I know you're upset, Del. Look, I've been having a little think. Why not I try and use my influence and get you fixed up with something?
What could I do round here?
Charity work? Well, it's jumbles. Anything. Well, there's all sorts of exciting things going on round here. You only have to read a free paper.
I don't want to be with a load of coffin dodgers. I want to be going out with you.
Well, we're going out together on Saturday. To the Stowe. Dog of War's running. He'll win. It'll be fun.
Couldn't throw in the electric fire, could you?
Oh, look. Come on. Look, go and buy yourself something nice, huh? I've got to get on.
This job club is run by the National Association for the Care and Resettlement of Offenders, NACRO. It's going to be a lot harder for you to find work because you are ex-offenders. no doubt about it. But we are here to steer you along that difficult path to a steady job.
But it says in the advert you can get free tea, coffee and free phone calls.
No, University of Hard Knocks. Royal Academy of Jack Deladamy, me. No, I understand the benefits of working my way up an institution, yeah, but manual work? Well, yes, OK. Maybe I could see how I get on. Under 30. What about this one? No, I wouldn't say fluent. Of course, I'll be quite prepared to travel, though I've always lived and worked in Ilford. My family's here, see.
Come on, Debbie, get out. Come on, Debbie. Oi, little Jim, what's going on? Oi! Right, you. Come on, you've had your fun. Out! He's blubby. Any stains on my leather, it's coming out of your wages.
It's Mr. Patterson, Debbie.
Hello, Mr. Patterson.
Never mind about bleeding hello. Out! What's her problem?
My dad.
Oh, my God. Your dad. That's all I need.
He's stopping over at my gaff at the moment, so obviously she can't, and she thinks I've got somebody else.
Yes.
And my dad can't get a place until he's got a job.
There's more chance of Judith Chalmers losing her passport than that wastrel getting himself fixed up. Oi! What do you think you're up to?
Well, it's 3 miles to the nearest shops and I can't drive.
God knows what the neighbours are going to think.
Well, I couldn't care less about them wrinkly old snobs.
If you could shut her up and shift her out, I'll see what I can do. Can you get him up the stove tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right. God, excuse me, I'm just...
Debbie, no, I'm not joking, right? Get out, come on. Oh, I love you, get out.
You got your lucky coat on again then, Jim?
He's the unluckiest git I know. Feel heavy without a bit of farmyard on my back, I wouldn't.
I'm feeling lucky tonight. I'm coming out of here flush.
Wish I had some money to lose.
It's Saturday night. Will you shut up and enjoy yourself?
Yeah, just think of all the money you're saving, not having any.
Wish I had a job.
What is it with you? Ronnie and Reggie once sent me a Christmas card. So?
Been welling on dog of war.
Here, he's telling you to go join him.
Yeah, well, I'm not going running just because he's cocked his little finger. Still, no harm in a glass of champers, I suppose.
It's all oak in the executive box. Basket of this trackside squire used to like.
Is that her?
Hey?
Her.
Don't be daft, that's the boss's wife. She's looped the loom, so you got to be nice to her.
What?
Trust me, Debbie, all right?
Jim! Long time no see. Hey, where you been hiding then all this time?
Yeah, grown. You shot up.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Champers?
Go on then.
Your son's doing well. Good worker. Here, be a good lad and put a score on dog of war for your father. Everybody in my party's got a dog of war ticket.
The excitement's killing me. Who will win?
Hi, Lauren.
All right, Jim.
Yeah, there's my beauty. Number 6 dog. Unbeatable, as college knows to his cost.
Stephen, still, I hope to recoup some of my losses this evening.
Entertain a gentleman for a second, my darling. I'm gonna do something for you now. I hope I don't live to regret it.
Your wife might be watching.
You always were a wag.
Was I?
Yeah. Do you know how many people there are in my employ?
208.
Look, Jim, I know you weren't up north at all. See, a good friend of mine who's on a bench tells me you couldn't pay your fine for fare evasion. Now, look, I don't want to see anybody who's down on their luck. So I tell you what, I'll give you a start in one of my warehouses, eh? Packaging. Little Jim will tell you what to do. All right. And, listen, we'll call this an advance on your first week's wages. Huh? See ya.
The final humiliation.
Still, work's work, Jim. Can't be sniffed at.
How come Fatty Patterson's got enough for a swimming pool and a Rolls Royce? There's only a couple of grand in a cut for that race.
Ah, it's his videos. Worth millions.
Suppose.
And stud fees. Larry charges over £1,000 if you want his dog of war to sleep with your bitch.
Why so much? You have me cheaper.
That's a litter. Each one a champion in the making. With a good litter, even I could train a champion.
Has George still got anything half decent?
Nah, not really. Granny's tenor's not bad stock, but greyhounds need time, money and commitment. George just leaves them in the yard at a pie and mash shop.
But it's foolproof, can't you see? We get this hairy milking stool here pregnant by a dog of war, but tell the National Greyhound Racing Club that it is Granny's tenor, George's dog. We end up with half a dozen champions, and even modest champions at 10 grand a hound is 60,000 smackaroonies.
Slow up, Dad.
It'll work.
Dad, did you have a chat to Larry tonight?
Oh, never mind about that.
Well, what'd he say?
Offering me some crummy job.
Well, that's great.
Nah, it's nothing. Now, I've got a plan. Schemes and dreams.
Don't even think about it. It'll take months.
Yeah, but think of the dividends. And I can stay here in the interim.
Please, Dad, take the job with Larry. It's steady. You're supposed to be getting yourself sorted. It's the only way you're going to get Mum back.
What is it with you? You want me to end up Patterson's lackey?
Dad, well, what if Dog of War, you know, doesn't find Island Fling attractive? What with her leg and that?
It's a dog.
Dad, even if I did agree, I mean, well, how are you going to get him introduced?
I'm going to send them 2 tickets to Phantom of the Opera. Look, I'm going to open Dog of War's kennel and shove in Highland Fling. Nothing formal.
And what about Larry Patterson? Don't you think he might have something to say on the matter?
I've got all that sorted. Partner. No way am I working in a poxy warehouse.
Dad, we're on. He's in Manchester for the afternoon and Quint's got the day off to bury his uncle. Here we go! If Larry finds out about this, I'm out on my ear.
Stop worrying, it's the perfect scam.
Dad, there's no guarantee it'll even work.
A deal's a deal, son. I'm here, aren't I? Look, he's not even going to know we've been there. All you've got to do is keep Lauren occupied. If all this goes well,
I'll be out of your hair. Promise.
Hello.
Hello.
Coffee?
Oh, yeah, please, yeah. Black with milk, please. So, well, Debbie's always talking about marriage, but I don't know. Just wondered what you thought.
Madness.
Madness. Madness. So, do you think I should see Larry about getting you a new fitted kitchen?
Well, it's only just been done. It's a new house.
So you're happy with it, then?
What do you want?
Nothing. No, I just enjoy talking to you.
I've got to go for a wee. Come in.
Don't go coy on me now, babes.
You don't really want to talk to me about Debbie at all, do you?
Don't I?
This is about you and me, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah.
I've read about the older woman syndrome.
Come on, then. It's no time to play the coquette. Sniff him back, then.
Much as I find you attractive, and I do, I couldn't betray Larry. It'd break his heart.
Yes. The joy. Oh.
You know, he looks upon you as the child he never had, and I'd feel it was my duty to tell him. I've got too much respect for you.
Okie doke, then.
Come to Daddy. That's it. Come on. Yes. Yeah. Well done. Now go back
Come on, come on. Stay. That's it, well done. Good man. Well, I'm going to be a granddad.
Tidings of great joy I bring to you and Granny's tenor.
Got a result then, have you?
Pregnancy confirmed by the vet this very morning.
So my dog's going to be a dad? I'm on for my feet then, am I?
Of course you are, George. My word is my bond. Obviously, I haven't got the cash on me right now.
You're going to give him money for his granny's tenner getting your crippled dog pregnant?
Yeah.
You're off your trolley. I thought Chokey was going to be the making of you, but it's done you already once and for all.
2 years from now, you're going to be reading about me in the Greyhound Life.
So what you got to say to me, Mr. Financial Advisor?
Well, the way forward isn't in retail, it's in corporate investment. Let the others do the work for you.
I do.
I want you to meet some pals in the city.
I ain't got to listen to you rabbiting on about soft commodity futures again, have I, College?
Stephen?
A full warehouse is what I understand. And dogs. That's the only kind of speculation that I'm really into.
Your money can make more money in the city.
Huh? Ah. Where'd you find that dog of yours?
A Eurobond dealer sold it to me.
Ah. What's its stock?
Findle's Regret and Ne'er the Twain.
Oh. I'll give you a head start next time, eh?
So the parents are important, are they?
Oh, they're everything, pal. See, you breed from the best to get the best. I should have met your mum and dad before I married you. That would have answered a lot of questions, eh? Yeah. Here, Stephen, is your mum still the backbone of the WI?
Oh, God, yeah. She's not happy unless she's ferrying some coachload of underprivileged children swimming.
Because my Lauren's keen to get involved, ain't she, babes?
I've got something of my own I'm working on.
Ah, I know how you feel, eh? Uh-huh. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah.
You're a small business advisor.
Not James Herriot.
My greyhound is pregnant.
They're the ones that look like a coat hanger with a rib cage, aren't they?
Yeah, well, Maradona's no oil painting, but I wouldn't mind being half a quid behind him in the money stakes.
We're an international banking group, sir.
And I am offering you a slice of a can't-fail business operation. This is no fly-by-night scam. This could put you on the map.
Like Chernobyl.
Do you know anything about greyhounds?
No.
Yeah, well, I do. Everybody to his own trade, right? Now, I wouldn't presume to tell you your job.
Yes, you would.
Not only because you're wrong. In a couple of years, these dogs are going to be worth thousands.
Well, why don't you just wait a couple of years and then sell them?
Did you go to university?
Yes.
I thought as much. I'll speak slowly. You can't just leave them festering in a box somewhere and expect them to be worth anything. They've got to be trained. Expertly. You say you know nothing at all about greyhounds?
No.
Well, I am one of the greatest trainers in the world. And I am willing to personally train up the litter. Do you know how much money we're talking for a Jim Morley trained dog?
Enlighten me.
And the suet.
Well, it's been very nice to meet you, and may I wish you, on behalf of the group, every success in your business ventures.
Is that a no, then?
Have you gone raving mad?
No.
you'll start bollock naked.
So what? No one can see me.
What do you mean no one can see? I can bloody see.
Well, go away then. I'm trying to think.
20 years ago, you might have got away with it. But from where I'm standing, it ain't a pretty sight. Now go and put some clothes on, eh? Stephen Pilbeam's mother will be here in a minute. You're supposed to be helping with the teas at the community centre.
Right. So what are you going to do then?
Vis-a-vis?
Vis-a-vis the bank telling you to go away and die?
Gonna form a syndicate. Do you want in?
What do you mean, do I want in? It's my dog.
We're selling the idea, not the dog. When she drops a litter, you can have her back. Just because the bank's too stupid to see it as a profit situation, don't mean everyone else will.
You're dreaming. Forget the syndicate. You got a steady job. Stick to this job and get yourself a flat. You're ruining my love life. 4 weeks I've had to put up with this baloney about you becoming a greyhound supremo. And you never put the top back on my shampoo.
I don't know. I'm just getting used to my own bed.
Just think about all that history between you and Dad.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
He's working now, full-time, at the warehouse.
Look me straight in the eye and tell me he's not scheming.
Everything he does for you.
Yeah. But I've got all the duvet now.
Look, Stan, look. For just 500 sovs down and 40 quid a week, you are getting a 6 share in probably 6 or 7 greyhounds.
For that sort of money, I could buy Battersea Dog Zone. Any of those irons in there could beat your dogs.
Yeah, very good, very good. We are talking serious pedigree here.
You want me to give you 500 quid for a 6 share and a 3-legged dog? And one that's been shafted by Granny's tenner?
Oh, I have.
Yeah, well, you invested in the terrapins.
This is a winner.
Yeah.
What's this? Lump of liver on a coconut?
That's the last geezer who tried to get one over on me.
Look, Stanley. Well, we're friends. I mean, almost family, except I like you. I wouldn't want to get one over on you. Look, Stan, to tell you the truth.
Do.
I have hit a few snags. Forming the syndicate hasn't been absolutely plain sailing. In fact, Popeye is the only member as we speak because he's the only one who knows the real truth.
Oh, yeah?
And if you knew the true nature of the site, you'd be sticking your hand in your pocket right now.
It's Granny's tenner.
No! Everyone thinks it's Granny's tenner. George McRae thinks it's Granny's tenner. The NGRC think it's Granny's tenner. But in the reality, it's Dog of War.
Well, if Dog of War is the father, then why don't you just say, eh?
Because we've done it illegally. We smuggled our 3-legged freak into Dog of War's kennel and put the lights out. Get it?
Cobblers.
Why'd I lie to you?
So I'd give you 500 quid and 40 quid a week for crap dogs.
Well, you'd kill me.
Yeah, but you'd have spent my money by then.
I promise you, Dog of War is the sire. If I don't get this money, I'm sunk.
I thought my missus was irritating, you know, but you take a biscuit.
Oh! Bloody Wicklow!
Please, Debbie. Debbie, please. It's an investment for our future. You got the money in your building society. I accidentally saw your book.
What do you mean, our future?
You know, our future.
Marriage?
Eat your pie.
Look, that's what I thought you wanted. Me in a regular job, Mr. Reliable.
You're not just working at the warehouse, though, are you?
Yes?
Are you?
Yes.
No. I know you, Jim. Look, working.
Margaret, I miss you.
You just miss all the things I used to do for you.
I've
away, Jim.
You've got to admit, the idea's red hot.
Well, it's well up on your terrapins.
There you go.
Yeah, but if Larry finds out, I'm out on my arse and the NGRC will ban you from the track for life.
Yeah, he won't find out.
Anyway, the whole thing will come to nothing if we can't get this syndicate together.
You see, it's we now. I bloody knew you'd love to get one over on Larry Patterson.
If I can encourage someone with 500 quid to join the syndicate, I'll get my share free, right?
We need thousands. If you're in for free, that's 4 partners for 2 units. You, me, Popeye and your mystery contact.
Yeah, well, it's a start.
Yeah, who'd you know with 500 quid?
Look, is it a deal? It's my dog.
All right. Who's got the money?
Debbie.
Debbie? Debbie? Suppose 500 quid's 500 quid.
Right, gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I call to order this, the first meeting of the syndicate. We're still on the light side with regard to the fiscal flip. But it's such a sexy idea. I'm feeling, well, optimistic. Highland Fling's doing well. And, welcome.
Oi, any chance of a bit of service round here?
Go on, babes.
I'm an equal partner, you know.
Of course you are, gorgeous. Right, chaps, I've worked out some little contracts. And on the other side is the plan. Get the lady a drink, boy. Hello, Mrs. Patterson. What a nice coat.
Successful siren, was it?
Hey? Je ne comprends pas.
You don't spend all those years in the same bed with Larry Patterson and not pick something up.
Oh, dear.
Conniving. So, this is the syndicate then, is it?
Syndicate?
Well, thank God I've arrived. You look like you need me.
Hey?
I'm joining the syndicate.
Look. All right. You know more than you're saying.
Hey, you look dead sexy on the telly. It's your medium.
Hey? What?
I saw the entire event, thanks to the video surveillance system. If you want to get one over on Larry, you're going to have to be good, right? Bloody good. Because he can smell a rat at 1,000 paces. We're going to have to be a professional organisation. That's why I'm coming in. You need my knowledge and my money. We're going to have to get those pups looked after properly, right? If they're going to be half decent. Am I in?
You're in.
If she's in, I'm out.
Debbie, Debs.
10 a penny, son. Good man, Stanley. Take a pew. Right. Cheers.
To the dethroning of Larry Patterson.
To the dethroning of Larry Patterson.
All I ever wanted was a reason to be happy. Happiness can be so hard to find. All I ever needed was for you to get to know me. Everlasting, shining peace of mind. Well, I'm tired of fighting for the things you often take for granted. Well, I'm tired of all the cheap talk in the bar rooms and saloons. Well, I'm heading out the pastures new where the eagle rules the canyon. Down below the mesa grow some scars upon my wound. All I ever wanted was a reason to be happy. Happiness can be so hard to find. All I ever needed was for you to get to know me. Everlasting, shining peace of mind. Everlasting, shining peace of mind. Everlasting, shining peace of mind. Yeah.
over there. Park over there. So what do you think of the new kennels, boys, eh? Brilliant.
Why didn't you have done, Daddy, by the Hoover building?
Stop always moaning, Ned Cake. This is my little baby's home now, and she's gonna love it.
Just like Popeye and Stanley do, because they got to fork out their share for the upkeep.
It's happening, son. For the first time in my life, something's really happening for me.
We're not just going to beat my husband, Mr. Larry Blubberguts Patterson, at his own game. We are going to humiliate him. See all that rubbish over there?
I mean, where is she? How am I supposed to know where everything is? What was it you wanted again?
Chamomile tea, but I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. I shower her with more luxuries than you can poke a stick at. Now, where's the lid for this marmalade?
Perhaps she took it with her.
Don't joke, College.
Sorry, Larry. Larry, when are we going to look at the site for this new video hypermarket?
Pete Jarves?
It's not her who should just decide everything.
Yeah, but it's her who's paying.
We're a syndicate. I'm an equal fifth.
Yeah, but as I'm paying for all the work to be done, it means you're getting something for nothing.
You can't pay for all this, Lauren. It'll cost hundreds.
4,380.
Just a minute, just a minute. If you do pay for all this, does it mean it's coming out of our winnings?
No, when I'm saying I'm paying, I mean I am paying. Sorry if it's confusing.
Are you sure, Lauren? You can't pay for it.
Oi, leave her alone, will you? She obviously wants to, and I think that's fair enough. If that's what the lady wants to do, then fair enough. No one's forcing you, are they, Precious?
Right, so that's agreed then. No more boardroom turmoil, all right?
Bye, Lauren.
Ta-da. Come, little Jim.
Yeah. Stroke of luck, eh?
She's amazing.
Yeah. If only her old man knew that what she really meant was he was paying for all of this.
Even if she is sticking her hand in her pocket, I still think we should have our say in proceedings.
She's a spoilt kid, Popeye, and we're her latest toy.
She's a driving force, Stanley, and she's going to work her butt off to get us the best kennel of dogs in the country.
Still a bummer being told what to do by a woman, though, eh?
This isn't just a video shop, Bilby. This is chapter 2 of the master plan.
All I'm saying is that the council might have something to say about your plans.
Why? What's it got to do with them?
You'd obviously need a change of use license, and it's the council who'd have to grant it.
I never have any problems with licenses.
You want to turn that Georgian building into a video outlet, you're going to have to change its category from a D1 to an A1, and you've got no chance of doing that.
Says who?
My father was an architect.
Look, Pilbeam, I've got better things to do than listen to your autobiography. And so have you. Now find out who the chairman of the planning committee is. I'm going to have a little chat with him.
Oh, God, Larry, you're not seriously thinking of bribing him, are you?
Who said anything about bribing him? Have I said anything about bribing him? Just going to buy him something.
Larry!
Look, if I buy my missus a present, I ain't bribing her, am I?
Well...
I do everything for her, you know, College. Mrs. Patterson. I don't want nothing for myself. I don't care for me. I only want to be the biggest and best for her. So Larry and Lady Patterson.
See? You've had enough of him already. I told you.
No, it's just that I can't understand why you guys ain't back together.
I had to put up with him for 25 years. You've only had it for a couple of months.
He's working at the warehouse and he's doing his own project that I can't talk too much about at the moment.
Oh, you mean your flat's full to bursting with a load of junk? Your father reckons he's going to make a fortune selling on when the time is right.
This is a serious business venture that's going to make you dead proud of us.
Us? You're not involved, are you? Oh. Little Jim. I'd have thought you'd have had the sense to realise that if you get involved in business with your father, you'll end up in the poorhouse.
I swear, Mum, this one's going to work. And he's doing it all for you.
You just want your flat to yourself. Well, I'm sorry, little Jim. He's your father. It's your turn now. You're it.
I've had the job for 2 months now.
Well, I suppose that's a month longer than any other job he's had.
Exactly. Hey?
His name's Bowyer. He lives in Brentwood. He's been counsellor for 2 years. He's married with one girl who's at university.
Huh. One of your mob. We'll get him on a blower. Tell him, me and my wife want to take him and his wife out for dinner. And when the women are chatting, me and the councillor will talk business. Don't look like a Pratt college. It's the same the world over.
I just don't see how you blithely assume that everyone is so corruptible.
Get off your high horse and get him on the phone. Tell him who I am. He'd have heard of me.
Hi, love.
Where you been?
Up the Lido for a swim.
For a swim?
Yeah, you know me, Larry. My body is my temple. All right?
Ning.
See what I mean? There's something going on. I've got to get to the bottom of it. I mean, how can a man function properly when his woman's behaving like this?
She seemed right as rain to me.
Exactly. Something ain't right.
Well, perhaps she's just happy.
Pilbeam, we've got a swimming pool of our own.
So you're gonna go see her, make it up, yeah?
Well, I'm rich and famous, I told you. You seen anything of that Debbie recently?
I met someone else.
Or a stoat. A minute ago, you was all in love with her. Now she's history.
Yeah, well, I'm a sucker for dyed blonde hair and big boobs. Call me old-fashioned, but...
I know what it is to love. You don't know what you're missing out on.
Well, go see Mum, then. The woman you love, now.
When the dogs are champions.
Well, they're not even going to be running for another 15 months.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything worth having is worth waiting for.
Well, where are you going to live?
I'm comfortable enough with you. Once you've been inside, you get used to sharing. And I know you like having your old dad around. You're my favourite, ain't you? Ooh, little darling.
Where's Wheelie been?
Mrs. Peter could out for a walk again. She's bonded with our pregnant bitch.
She can't do it no harm, can she?
No, of course not. Anyway, I thought you liked her taking an interest.
Not at the expense of my happiness. Now then, little Jim.
Yes, Mr. Patterson.
You wouldn't think that this fire wasn't real, would you?
No, Mr. Patterson.
Things are not always what they seem.
Today finds you strangely philosophical, Mr. Patterson.
Was my wife suddenly happy?
What are you asking me for?
Because you're the one person in this whole stinking world I really trust.
Thank you.
Everybody else I know, they love to get one over on Larry Patterson. But you... you're the boy I never had. She's taken to walking the dogs. If I didn't know any better, I think she was having an affair. You know? You've got to find out what's going down here for me, little Jim. It's distracting me.
Still haven't quite grasped what this has got to do with the fire.
It's bone dry.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Perfect.
I've never cared for anything before. I've never really done anything before. And now here I am.
Here we are.
Maybe Larry pay a bit more attention to me. Now he knows I'm just as capable as he is.
Quite, quite.
When this all goes well, Margaret will probably be pleading to have me back. Quite.
Come on then, you old square.
And the two dogs way out of the tracks, but it's unbelievable the ground is waking up. Yeah, he's there, and he's with her. He's under.
Something's making her happy, and you're going to find out what it is and capture it. I want to know her every move. See, something quite horrible has happened, and I want to know what or who it is.
Ken,
Hang on, boys.
when you do those walls tomorrow, right, I don't just want them toshed, I want them properly filled and sanded, right, before you get the paint out. Hang on a minute. Come in here and have a look.
This is just the acorn, son. A little dream I had one cold morning in a cafe over a cup of tea. That dream is coming true, little Jim.
Larry smells a rat.
Hey, what's he said?
He reckons she seems happy.
Might have known that'd miff him off. What's the SP with the camera?
He wants me sitting on her daily, finding out what's going on.
Fancy doing that to your own wife. The geezer's mental.
Listen, we mustn't say anything to Lauren.
She ought to know the type of monster she's married to.
Yeah, but you know what she's like, though, Dad. She'll go out the wall, take apart Larry, and that'll be the end of everything. You know what she's like.
Maybe we shouldn't say anything then.
Keep the boat steady, eh?
That's all this lot to pay for a start.
If she spills the beans, I'm out on my butt, skint. Don't forget, all my money comes from Larry and all. Just imagine if he got a whisper on what we're up to.
What would you do without me, eh?
Hey?
All you got to do, boy, is take a load of innocent snaps of Lauren fraternising up the shots and what have you.
Hey?
Keep up. Larry thinks she's up to no good. Photograph her up to good.
It's going to be great, yeah?
Blinding. Sorry.
Answer it then.
Yep. Oh, hello, Mr. Patterson. Yeah, I'm on the job right now. Well, I've just had to stop doing it to be told to do. Well, if you call shopping interesting, yeah, she is doing something interesting.
Go on then, donut brain, snap away.
She ain't doing anything.
Exactly. We shouldn't have bottle fed you, but your mother didn't want to lose her shape. Get out of the way.
She's quite sort of photogenic.
Why are you so tired? What have you been up to today?
Nothing. You know, shopping.
What'd you buy?
Bits and bobs.
You want to know what I bought you today? I bought a bloody museum. Me.
Did you, darling?
I'm selling it into the first video theme hypermarket in Essex.
Lovely, darling.
We got a big nosh on the 12th with a council and his missus to seal the deal.
Smashing.
Aren't you impressed?
Absolutely.
You're really into all this, aren't you?
Do you know what Diana Dawes once said? Life's not a dress rehearsal. Well, I'm 44 years of age and I've suddenly realised what she meant.
That's the problem. Come on, girl. There's a good girl. Yes, come on. Yes, come on.
Hello.
Oh, not too close with yours, love. Risk of infection, etc. Nothing personal.
Any infection my one's got, you one's got to know, I can tell you.
You didn't, did you? A poodle?
Where the hell have you been? I'm not supposed to be here doing your job. I'm supposed to be out trailing Lauren. What's the matter with you? Where you been?
I've been looking at the mess that is my life and wondering whether I want to continue with the whole fatuous charade.
Yeah, well, you're always beefing about something, you. But finish those mail orders. I want to slip out.
It's finished. Over. Done.
What? What is?
It's all this Reliant Robin's fault. Hop-along Cassidy here's ruined the whole shebang, ruined everything.
What's she done?
Got herself pregnant by a giant poodle, that's all.
That'd be daft.
I've just been talking to its owner. Every time we went out, old Tripod here would sneak out too. For reasons lascivious. She's been having an affair for months.
Don't be daft.
I'm not being... Stop telling me not to be daft when I'm not being daft. We're done for. Stanley's going to kill us.
Dad, tell me exactly what this woman with the poodle said.
He went into the most lurid details.
But look, we don't know for definite that Poodle's the sire, do we? I mean, he could still be dog of war.
I'm not exactly the luckiest bloke alive, though, am I?
I can't believe it.
Everything I touch.
Is that straight?
You heard what we said, Lauren?
Do you know that photograph's from 1904?
Well, what do you reckon?
Well, we've got no choice, have we? We've just got to carry on as if. Say nothing to Stanley and Popeye. I mean, blood would only complicate things. I know they're greyhounds. Don't ask me how, but I do. They've got to be.
Just that the vet said it's too crowded in there, you know.
Oh, well, that's fine. Stanley was feeling a bit faint, anyhow.
What do you mean I was feeling faint?
All right.
Come on, girl.
It's all right.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, good girl.
Here you come. There.
Oh. Well?
It's a fine, healthy pup. Rather beautiful, isn't it?
Pure.
Hmm?
Pure greyhound.
It's a crossbreed. Possibly poodle, although I wouldn't want to swear on it, but it's certainly not a purebred greyhound. You weren't thinking of racing it, were you?
How fast can a poodle run, Dad?
Depends how hard I kick it.
Night.
Now, we're all crystal clear about what's happening, yeah?
Yes, Lauren, we're not going to tell Stanley and Popeye the truth.
Yeah. Right, come in now, boys.
Now, they still need plenty of rest and they're susceptible to germs, all right? So don't get too close. Don't want your Guinness fumes all over them.
I've got to get back to Larry.
You know where I am if you want me.
Where is she? I will not be treated like this. Nobody treats me like this. I mean, who the hell does she think she is?
What time did you tell the councillor we'd pick him up?
How can a man be at his best when his woman's behaving like this? It's not natural. I mean, she knows how important tonight is.
Maybe she got held up on the traffic, Mr. Patterson.
Shut her up, Stevie.
Shut up.
Oh, ain't they lovely?
They look a bit like baby lambs.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that this little thing would grow into a greyhound?
going to be a long night for me and Wheelie Ben here. Isn't it, sweetheart? Eh?
Hey! Where have you been?
I got delayed.
What? You... I got delayed? I got your ticket. You think your mum's a queen or what? It's the 12th.
So?
So? So Mr. and Mrs. Councillor are waiting on you, that's so. Oh, look, go and put some grown-up clothes on and get yourself down to the Bentley now.
I just popped in on Quinn. Wheelie Ben's going to whelp tonight.
So?
Well, I just thought I might stay and watch.
I'm entering phase 2 this evening. I pull off this bit of biz tonight, and you and me are up there. I mean, we're up there with the big boys. Something we could never have dreamed of a few years back.
Yeah, but that's you, not us. You don't need me.
You're my wife!
Well, I want to be more than that.
Oh, I see. So by watching a litter of pups being born's gonna turn you into some bloody big woman achiever. Can't think of one at the moment. Is it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. You're nothing without me.
Well, Larry, you keep telling me to take an interest in your hobby.
But why have you got to start tonight?
Well, you'd be better off without me. I mean, then you won't have to worry that I'll say the wrong thing.
You've only got to talk to Mrs. Councillor. Bit of a nutter ain't going to do your boxing.
I'm staying here.
To watch a litter of pups being born?
I told you, yeah.
Bollocks! I shall stop with you then. It's my dog.
You can't do that, Larry. What about your knighthood?
They love it when you stand them up.
Stanley, I'm really not sure I'm up for this.
Rubbish! We're going to paint the town red. I'm well flush.
Yeah, well, we won't go spending it all in an evening, do we?
Oi, nonce. Champagne.
It's your mother. I know that, don't I? Well, now's the chance. Get over there and have a word with her. She looks fantastic.
He's trying to lure you back into his den again, Don.
Get me out of here, son. Dad.
Mum! Spending money you'll never earn again, Jim Morley?
We're celebrating, Miss Morley. We're a team.
Oh, coming together of the super brains, eh? I always thought you were going to come back for me once you was rich and successful.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, come on. Get us a drink then, Jim.
Oh, yeah. See, thing is... Stanley?
All right. Give you 30 back in the morning.
If this is another of your ideas that ends in tears, Stanley's going to rip you open.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't touch anything.
Why do we have to keep going out with them?
It's a meal ticket for life.
Larry. I'm not going. You're going on your own.
What?
You heard me, Pilbeam. I don't want to discuss it.
But it's you he wants to see.
Well, take a picture.
She don't need me, just look at her.
Why don't you take her for a chat in the alcove?
Look, son, I just can't face it tonight. All the upset I've been through, I'm stressed out. I say all the wrong things. Look, can't take her old dad a favour, yeah? Don't tell her I've done too much shampoo. I've had to go home. I'll sneak out the window.
Oh, Mum, Dad had a ruby Murray last night.
What's the point, little Jim? He's never going to change.
Verge of extinction really has very little to do with orangutans.
Thought you were going down the kennels.
It has to do with the destruction of...
There's no point now you're here.
Orangutans increasingly have no place to go. As the forests are being cut down, orangutans are increasingly becoming displaced persons. The Malaysian
Oh, I think I might take this off. It's a bed.
I think I'll just watch the end of this programme.
And scouring for food in garbage dumps. They're finding wild orangutans literally dying of starvation in the middle of rubber plantations that 20 or 30 years ago were primary rainforests.
Going to be all right, Home Care.
How long, Quinn?
They're on their way, sir.
Oh, bleeding beautiful. This is no good.
Oh, I can deliver pups with my eyes closed, sir.
Never mind about your paddy wear. Get indoors and check the fuses. Gonna be all right. Oh, no! Come on, Quinn, where are you? Oh, look. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at it. Oh, look at my bloody finger. God. Yeah, look at it. Isn't it lovely, eh? Quinn, come on. God, mighty. Quinn! Wait till I get my hands on you. Quinn!
Here I am, sir, inadvertently trapped in the cellar. Oh, I thought I was going to be stuck in here for all eternity.
What are you doing in there?
Well, I went in to change the fuse.
I've just delivered the puppies all on my Todd.
Well, the handle must have somehow worked itself loose.
And you're too thick to know what to do about it.
Well... Hey, oh.
You're no use to me now. You might as well stop in there all night. And unlike you, the pups are beautiful and healthy.
Mr. P, can I have the handle back, please? You've inadvertently locked me in again, sir. Mr. P, please. Mr. P.
Huh? Hello.
Shut up and go to sleep.
Everything all right?
Perfect.
There's nothing wrong with the litter, is there?
No. They're fine.
You tired?
Yeah. Shagged to the grave.
I'm sorry we didn't make it out tonight, but it's been a difficult evening for me.
It's amazing, isn't it? Without blowing my own trumpet. But it has to be said, I'm a bit of a success story. Businessman, millionaire, vet.
Come on, you two, get dressed.
What are you talking about?
the hell's the time?
I don't know, about 3. We haven't got time to hang around, whatever. Jim, come on.
What
Jim.
does that mean? Hello, Lauren. Your hair looks nice.
You're getting dressed, that's what's happening.
The dream's back on.
Slow up, Dad.
Look, we're going to switch litters, right? We're going to take our crossbreeds and swap them with the litter that Larry's bitch had tonight.
Can you do that to Larry?
I'm not thinking about Larry, I'm thinking about me. I'm 44 years of age, and if I don't shape up tonight, I'm going to explode. I don't want to sit wrapped in a duvet being bought things. Tonight, I'm going to take things. We're that close. It'd be such a shame if we missed it.
Don't you think Larry might notice?
I've been a little genius tonight. Come on. Ooh, they're nice underpants, Jim. They take me back.
Don't look 44, Lauren.
Well, he could be disorientated.
Just think, if I'd had the spondylitis, I'd have sent you to Eton.
You're a marvel, Lauren.
I told you she'd come up with something. That woman is a bloody marvel.
Do you fancy her or something?
All right.
Hey, there she is. Come on, girl. That's it. Come on. Come on. That's it. Come on. Come on. Come on, Danny.
Come on.
Yeah, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. Come on. Come on.
That's it. Good girl. Come on in.
Hey, that's it. Come on. Come on. That's it. That's it.
Careful, busted.
Shh. Come on in. You just got to get the smell on my cloth.
Come on, hurry up.
It's all right.
Right. Right. Smooth that. Here, let's have that box now. So, as long as they smell the same, she should accept the new litter.
He's an ugly one, isn't he?
Right. Jim, bring her in.
Come on, it's all right. It's all right. Give me that.
That's it. Good girl.
Nature a wonderful thing.
Yeah? So what happened to you then?
I know exactly what you've been up to.
Well, Dad, we've done it.
And here they are.
Ow! You don't need him in the brain of Britain, do you? You never hear these days. All chirpy, creeping out in the middle of the night. I mean, if you ain't having an affair, what are you doing?
Oh, Larry, don't be daft. I haven't been out the front gate. How can I be having an affair? I've been to the kennels to see the pups. That's why I had the keys in my hand.
So you ain't having an affair?
Of course not. I've been trying to take an interest in your hobby so I can be a proper wife. So we can share important moments together.
Look, Lauren, you're the only thing I ever wanted. Right from school. I never wanted anything else. I mean, I've not been a model husband. You ain't lying to me, are you?
No.
Well, that's all right then. Give us a hug. Tell me you love me then.
I love you.
Do you reckon she can tell if they're her own?
If she's stupid enough to get run over by a milk float, I doubt it. I think the time has come for a toast, little Jim. To the magical lady who made all this possible.
To Lauren.
To Lauren.
All right, Stevie. I'll put my hand up. Guilty, yeah. But I had a bit of a trauma last night. Well, you wined and dined in, didn't you? Yeah, I know it's not the same, but I've said I'm sorry. Oh, for God's sake, Collins, look, we came up with the idea. You've only got to sort it out. I don't need all this whinging.
Sir, please.
Well, go on then, Stevie. Yeah, tell me what the one thing is that can save the deal. I'll do anything.
Can you put him on hold for a second,
Yeah,
Mr. P?
yeah, it's a deal, Stevie, yeah. I'll be there and tell the councillor what he wants to hear. I'll get up the bank.
Mr. P, will you please listen? Oh!
Yeah. Rightio, Stevie.
Where are they then? Where are my lovely angels?
We're just about to start.
Who what?
From now on, you will be knowneth as Glory's gonna be. Destiny rideth. Quids in the bin. Famous fives. Glory or death. Our life in your legs. Amen. Amen.
Don't give me the head, greyhounds. How the hell did it happen?
I've no idea, sir. I only know what is.
You're supposed to be in charge of my kennels. Some stray gets in and gives my best bitch one. I'm holding you personally responsible.
There's no way another dog could get in here.
What happened then? Exactly. You're finished, Quinn.
I'm telling you, sir, there's no way another dog could have got in here without help.
I mean, it's obviously a doddle, isn't it, eh? To penetrate through my 65 grams worth of security equipment and get to me. What's happening to my life? Are you telling me it was done deliberate? Someone's bleeding well after me. There's a warning shot across my bows. That's what this is. You love your dogs, Patterson. Well, there you go. We're coming for you next.
Come on, Patterson. I can't believe you're going to do this to me again.
He definitely said he'd be here.
Obviously, you little know-nothing twerp. Councillor Bowyer will be here any minute. What's the matter with Larry these days?
Nothing.
This deal's going to make him a fortune, and yet he's nowhere to be seen. That wouldn't have happened a little while ago.
If he said he'll be here, he'll be here.
Oh, God. It's the councillor. Councillor.
Splendid job you've done here. I can't tell you how much I admire this kind of work. It's lovely. Lovely. Really. Super. Yes. Okay. Well, hang on. What's the matter? Really? Yeah.
Jim, come on, let's go. Why? Never mind about why. I told you to, that's why. But the councillor's in. Sod him. I want to start finding out who my enemies are. Come on.
Larry. At last. Larry Patterson, Councillor Bowyer.
Come on.
Larry? Larry. Larry, please. You can't do this to me. If you go now, the whole deal's blown.
Come in. Get back in there and acquire me this property. And you tell Councillor Bowyer to name his price and stop pissing me about. Oi, come on. Is there a problem, Mr. Patterson? Wheelie Bin's litters turn out to be crossbreeds. What do you mean, crossbreeds? Something's happening, boy. What? Unless I can hold on with such a tight grip, it's gonna slip out of my hands. What is? My life. Someone's got into my kennels, little Jim. Went right through my security system like a knife through butter. It's a sign. Letting me know they can get to me. For all I know, they've been into my computer. Maybe it's not as serious as that. I'm gonna start by finding out who my enemies are. Attack being the best form of defense. Good. I'll start by developing that. Then I'll find out who one of them is, won't I?
We've got our greyhounds, Jim.
And so much more.
We'll train them with such love they're going to go like the wind. We'll have a more successful kennels than Larry Patterson.
It's not just that, though, is it?
Yeah! It's all for that one moment. I'm first, he's second.
But don't you just feel... Don't you just enjoy... I mean... Even if it weren't any... Even if it weren't... I used to give you saddlers.
You what?
Home from school after detention on my bike, remember? Till you started going out with Larry, you weren't allowed to talk to you after that.
Oh, well, you went right off me as soon as Margaret got rid of that brace.
That's all over now. Finished. Completely. I don't see her anymore. At all. She understands.
I see.
No, I just feel that... Me and you know, over the weeks and that, sort of gone back. Pre-Margaret losing her brace days. And I was wondering if I could give you a lift home now.
Well, what's the point? Stuart's coming to mark the dog's ears in a minute. All right, John. What's he done with them?
I'm sorry.
No heart.
So it was you, Laura. This I can't forgive. You little Judas.
Judas, I could take you having an affair, but to purposely get one of my dogs inseminated by a mongrel, that's too much. Don't even think about trying to get back in. You come back in my house and I'm going to kill you. Do you hear me? I'm seriously going to kill you.
What are you bleating on about, you silly little man?
I want you to go away, Lauren, and never come back. I really will kill you if you try and come back indoors.
You know I'd win if we had a fight.
Lauren, come in.
I've left him. Or rather, he's gone mad and chucked me out.
Completely mad. It's Lauren. Give us your bags.
He waved some photograph at me and threw all my makeup out the window.
What photograph? 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 We don't know nothing about no photograph.
He's blaming me for the mongrel litter.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about us.
Oh, of course not, but he's chucked me out. 25 years.
So you come here to stop with me? I'll get little Jim to go over to his mother's.
No, I come to tell you I'll beat my mum's from now on, so I'll only just be down the road.
Oh.
Tell her what you found on the dump, Dad. He was looking for ours and all.
He's going to take him down the kennels.
Oh, hello. Aren't you lovely? Oh, hello.
See what I mean about her? That is one special lady. Not only has she got drive and spirit, but a big heart.
Throw myself up in an effort to make clear to everyone it's like when you're shattered, left standing in the lurch at a church where people were saying, my God, that stuff, she stood him up. No point in us refusing. May as well go home, 'cause I did on my own, alone again, naturally. Think that only yesterday I was cheerful, bright and gay, looking forward to what wouldn't do the role I was about to play. But as if to knock me down, reality came around, and without so much as a mere touch, cut me into little pieces, leaving me to doubt. Talk about God in His mercy, if He really does exist, why did He reserve in my heart of me? I truly am indeed alone again, naturally.
I don't take your girl for granted. Why don't you listen? Why don't you listen to me? I don't take your girl. I don't take your girl for granted. 'Cause she'll be leaving. And you don't know a good thing it is gone.
Well, it shouldn't be too long now. Yes, I have been assured he is coming. Yes, he is. Excuse me. Where is he, little Jim?
I don't know. No answer on the blower. Shall I go see if he's still indoors?
If he is, by the time you got back, everybody else will have gone home.
How are we going then, gentlemen?
Won't be long now, Mr...
Just call me Bobby.
Bobby.
Got to say, you three pulling the crowds more than anyone else round here.
When's the kick-off then?
If we could just give our Mr. Patterson a few more minutes, we'd be most grateful.
I grew up with pictures of you three in my lounge. Never mind your Churchill or your Shakespeare. These are the three greatest Englishmen of all time.
Listen, I don't give a damn about them, and neither should you. You should be worrying about what's happened to our livelihood since Lauren walked out on him.
A fry-up.
Come on. Yeah. That's it.
I don't know what you're bothering with all that nonsense for now, Jim. This is a ridiculous time to have a domestic. You know that, don't you, dearie?
Stanley, that lady should be an inspiration to us all. She got us this far.
Yeah, up the creek.
Just a cash flow problem, that's all. These dogs are going to be priceless.
There's a champion among this lot, I know it.
You're a know-nothing. Sunk.
They are, come on in. Oh, that's a good boy. There's my glory's going to be. That's a champ, yeah.
We had the grand opening of the video hypermarket this morning.
Yeah?
Larry didn't turn up. I can't understand what's going on. He gets what he's always wanted and he blows it.
Well, maybe he had another meeting.
The thing is, maybe he had what he always wanted before, just didn't realise it. Blown that too, hasn't he?
The Scarlet Pimpernel.
There's uni-bleeding-versity for you, Quinn. 3 years at a taxpayer's expense. Comes out speaking in riddles.
What happened, Larry?
I was busy.
I had Jeff Hurst, Martin Peters, Bobby... somebody. Thanks to my father's connections, I even managed to get our Euro MP. The best photo opportunity in the business.
What you going to say like a dog of war?
You're losing it, Larry.
And you reckon you're going to find it, do you?
You could have just clicked your fingers and had anything you wanted. Now you asked me for a loan. Anything you've got left to sell is your Uncle Archie's watch. And I still think we should wait for him to die. Eat your dinner.
It's not just about things, though, is it, Mum?
Yeah. Maybe you ain't realised it yet, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. Why don't you go back to him? Men like Larry don't grow on trees.
I've been the solicitors, Mum.
And?
Larry made me sign a prenuptial agreement.
What's that when it's at home?
I signed that if I left him, I'm entitled to nothing.
Go back. With God's pencil, you couldn't draw yourself a more perfect man.
Larry told me that this agreement was for tax purposes. That's the sort of perfect man he is.
So, what's wrong with Thrifty?
Please, Mum, it's hard enough for me as it is.
Don't you ever think of anybody but yourself.
Yeah, I think of Larry, actually, all the time. Only after 25 years, I want to do something for me instead of for somebody else, before it's too late. I'll go.
It's all right.
But Larry, this place is potentially the best video outlet in southeast London. But we've got to neutralise the other two shops in this high street. Now, you're supposed to be looking into this for the last 2 months. Larry, are you listening to me?
Still got me in. Got me in a chat. Come on in. All right. Hurry up. entitled to do that. How old am I?
45.
I should be teaching my children to play football. But I haven't had the time to have any.
These two video shops, Larry, they're both owned by the same woman, a Mrs. Bilston of Brighton.
Man's got to have a wife. I mean, that's what they're there for.
Larry, why don't you go on a recce down Brighton? Suss out this old bird, see if she'll sell up.
Do you love me half as much as you say you do?
Twice as much. Please, Larry, please. This is the business you've always wanted. This is your break into the big players' league. Hello? Yeah. What? Yeah, hang on. Larry, it's for you. There's a problem with the delivery in the warehouse. Larry?
Sorry.
Get out. You ruined that.
Larry?
You deal with it. I've got an appointment.
An appointment? Who's that with, then?
Myself.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Beginner's luck.
No, you've got a good action there. You know, what you've got a good follow-through. That's what you need. Oh, it's these shoes. I've never had my size. Puts me off with balance. Gets my game all going wrong.
Jim, you know we're short on money.
No. Of course I do. We'll economise. Start the dogs on Sawyer tomorrow morning.
It's more serious than that.
If we need meat, I'll get meat. Trust me.
Jim? Jim, I think I've been a bit daft.
What do you mean?
Well, you know when my money dried up, I went to one of them firms that advertise in the back of the recorder. Well, now I can't afford the repayments. They get a bit heavy. They've been round to my mum's, followed me to the kennels, and now they're threatening to go see Larry.
They can't do that. You'll find out.
Well, we'll have to find a way of repaying them.
How, I mean, what are we talking about? How much?
You know, about 3.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Right.
I want a banker's draft at least. When I got the checkbook out, they started reloading their boxes.
Greater minds than yours and mine have struggled to work it all out. Look at all this splendour on here. I've had this palace on my doorstep, and yet I'd never been in.
We need them vids. Shall I give them cash?
I think maybe I should become a Catholic. My granny was from Ireland.
Larry, we've just had a delivery. 700 videos. Now they're screaming for cash.
Don't they trust my checks?
Not after last time, no.
Let them have cash then.
Ain't you coming to sort it out yourself?
I'm delegating. It's only dosh.
Larry.
What's that, my son?
Well, you're a man who...
What?
Feels.
I feel.
I know that, Larry.
too much.
Well, do you think that maybe you should support Lauren?
Absolutely no bleeding. Are you joshing? Are you joshing with me?
Not as such, no.
Support her. Why should I support her? I'll support her when she's back home being my wife. She can starve to death in the gutter till she resumes duties. I'm going to confession.
What's you got to confess?
So what are we gonna do? Encourage her to go back to Larry.
Don't be ridiculous.
Look, if Lauren goes back to Larry, my job's safe, the syndicate's flush again, the dogs will all become champions, and you will have earned enough money to get Mum back. Result, happiness.
Eat your pie.
I don't know what you become so stubborn for.
This is people's lives you're glibly messing with here.
Yeah, and if these loan shark bods go see Larry, that's my life messed with. Thanks to you and your nonsense scam.
Yeah, well, like I say, they ain't going to go to Larry, are they? Because we're going to come up with something and pay him off.
And the only way we're going to be able to do that is with Larry's money. She's got to go back to him.
Maybe she doesn't want to.
What's this, you a psychiatrist all of a sudden?
No, her friend.
The reason I got into this in the first place is to get you and Mum back together again. And now you're putting the whole thing in jeopardy. You've been to see her lately?
You're becoming a pain in the arse.
Everything that's dear to me is passing into history. There's nothing left at home to see except the space where you should be.
That's my father's dressing gown.
It's all right, Reg.
It's Mr. Bickerstaff. What you doing here? What's he doing here, Mum?
I'm making some bread. I'd better get back to it. Nice seeing you again, little Jim.
That's Dad's dressing gown.
You always liked him when he taught you drama. I didn't think you'd mind.
Oh, please, Mum, don't do this to me.
Well, what do you want me to do? Become a nun?
Well, any other subject I might have learned to live with, but drama? This'll finish Dad off. He needs you at the moment. He's at a well-low ebb.
Oh, when ain't he? Oh, look, don't worry. I'll talk to him. Tell him.
And what's wrong with getting your bread off of the baker all of a sudden? Your 90's on the wrong way round.
I know, Larry, I know. I've had my heart broken in my time.
How dare she leave me? If anything, I should leave her.
I know.
Why don't you boot her out? She'd have to come back home then.
You know what an obstinate cow she can be.
I could write a book.
You've got to woo her back, Larry. That's all there is to it. Do you want to lick the bowl?
Yeah, go on. Take my mind off it.
She needs to feel cherished. Take her off somewhere fancy. Spoil her rotten.
You don't know what it's like not having a wife. Everybody else has got one and you feel a prat.
Of course you do.
I can't help thinking this is all down to my dogs.
Well, a man's got to have a hobby.
Her first cry for attention was to get one of my best bitches serviced by a mongrel. If I thought it'd get her back, I'd give him up. Except I've just got my first dog through to the All-British Challenge Cup semi. I'm one race away from a place in the final.
She's thoughtless.
So basically, you reckon I should give her a bit of the old smooth bollocks?
You've got to get her back, Larry. We're having to go everywhere by bus.
But, son, it wouldn't be like a real robbery. We'd be on a mission to save the syndicate.
Dad, if you mention holding up a bank once more, I'm going to shoot you.
Is he insured?
Don't give him ideas, boy.
Maybe we could take out a mortgage in a false name and spend that.
What is it with you, Dad? Every time I get involved with you, it ends in tears and always mine.
Hey, it's your father you're talking to.
Don't remind me. We're in a mess and it's up to me to sort us out again.
How?
I'm gonna have to nobble Dog of War. We wait for a race he can't lose and then I give him a pint of Guinness before the off.
Why?
We put every penny we can on the second.
How can we be sure the second's gonna win, though?
Just better bloody ad.
It's a pity we can't get better odds on Dog of War.
But we can. Old Jim's done it again. Pulled another rabbit out of the hat. Good old Dad.
What?
We abduct Dog of War and enter it under a nom de plume at a flapper track.
Nom de plume?
At a flapper track, no one knows who the dog is. We get decent odds and the mutt can't lose. Yeah, I've done it. It's foolproof.
Like the terrapins.
That's wicked. Popeye, no one says wicked anymore.
Oh, don't we? What do we say now?
That is the pucker business of an idea.
Rough and ready, but born to be king.
You kept me old bike, Mum. I got me on wheels.
You could be being driven round in a Rolls Royce with beautiful upholstery. What are you washing that tyre for?
Checking for puncture.
Do yourself a favour. Go back to the man who loves you.
Mum, I've got to have some fun.
You're 44 years of age, for God's sake. You've had your fun.
No, I haven't. That's the point.
Look at you. You're meant to be a grown-up.
I don't want to know what's going to be for every second of every day. I need to feel excited. To wake up in the morning and feel grateful for being alive because I'm doing something. I'm like an animal. Just got out of its cage for the first time.
I don't know why you don't join the circus.
I would give an half the chance. I'd love that.
I suppose if I had done a deal with God a month or so back, you know, either I could have Lauren or a dog in the All-Britain Challenge final, I'd have gone for the dog. I'm not being horrible or nothing, but I think it would have honestly been better if she'd have died. At least then I'd have the sympathy. It's having her up the road in Ilford that winds me up. Look at this dog, little Jim. I mean, is that beautiful or what? Wednesday, little Jim. Wednesday. One race away from the final. And you're having the honour of parading him. Do you want to know why? Because I know you'd never leave me.
Mrs. Patterson's mother has sent me to tell you that she's in her costume and she's ready for you.
Swimming. We're having a swim.
What do you reckon?
I reckon you're a genius.
Well, you know, just an ideas man. Some people can mend washing machines. I'm ideas.
And what's more, I can keep Larry out your hair on Sunday when you take the dog to be graded.
Oh, no. Surely the whole purpose of me coming up with this ruse is so you don't have to bother with Larry.
I'm not bothering with him. I want to do my bit.
Come on, you pint drinkers. Ain't you got arches to sleep under?
Come on, go. I'll walk you home.
No, you won't. I'll give you a saddler. I've got my bike running.
The upshot of some lengthy dialogue with a Larry is basically you've got to be more spontaneous or she might as well join the circus.
Yeah, bleeding freak.
She loves you though, Larry, you know, reading between the lines. You just got to have a bit more of the old knight in shining armour.
You see, it's a puzzle to me. I mean, I take her out of that hovel she was brought up in, no offence,
None taken.
and give her all this, and she just throws it back in my face.
Oh, no, it's pathetic. She uses words like wild and fun.
Well, if that's what it's going to take to get her back, that's what she'll get.
Lauren? Lauren!
What are you doing, Larry?
Having fun. There you are. Well, take them before I break my neck. Oh. It's wild enough for you. Can I come in?
What for?
What for, she says. Bless her. Reconciliation, that's what for.
What's going on, Larry?
I'm wooing you back.
Where'd you get the ladder from?
That makes a difference, does it? I spontaneously nicked it from the site opposite.
Oh, look, Larry, it's late. I can't get some sleep.
So, how you been keeping?
Fine.
You been missing me then, have you?
Well, I've noticed you're not here, yeah.
Do you want to go to Brighton with me tomorrow?
What for?
Well, you're always going on about take me to Brighton.
Oh, yeah, and you never want to go.
I'm making the effort.
Just me and you?
Of course, just me and you. Who else you want to bring along?
Not tomorrow, Sunday. How about Sunday?
What's so special about Sunday?
Less traffic.
All right. Sunday. I'll pick you up early. All right? Lauren, you gonna come back home?
Let's just see how Sunday goes, all right?
Yeah. See you then.
Got the result?
Eat it out of my hand, she is. I'm taking her out Sunday. Get her wear something tasty.
Oh.
Your car awaits you, madame? Or were you thinking of jogging there?
Blimey, look at you.
I'm only joshing, darling. You look blinding.
Funny.
Ta-da, Mum.
Ta-da. If I don't see you later on, I won't bother to have the Thames dragged, eh?
I bought the most expensive hamper Fortnum's had.
Lovely.
Oh, cheers a bunch, girlie. Oh, God, look at this.
Right, fasten your seatbelts, lads, for the dream is about to become the reality.
I get the tin tape for this. You and me are through, Dave.
Girlie.
Look at this. Gentleman's relish.
Don't you think we should find a restaurant somewhere?
Not when I pay good money for all this nosh.
It's going to start raining.
What? You gonna go rusty?
This can't be doing him any good.
Shut up, donkey. The point is, Popeye, if we don't slow him down a bit for this grading, then the bookies will give him nothing odds when he gets to a proper race.
He's only got to do a fair time and he'll get a race in a week. This dog's done 28-1.
The fastest dog in the country. And this will slow him up just enough.
Could at least have put it on a bit of toast for him.
This is a hello.
That's probably what the Beatles said when they first played at the Cavern. Look where they ended up.
I've missed you. Honest.
Have you?
I'm willing to set up everything. Right now. And me and you go and sit on a beach somewhere hot for the next 50 years.
Truth?
You always said, what's the point of making any more money? I mean, we got more than we could ever spend already. You wait here, Popsy. I'm Larry Patterson. Pleased to meet you.
If your dog comes in the first two, he'll be offered a race in a week.
What are you writing down?
Markings. Make sure you bring back the same dog. Name? What do you want it entered under?
Lauren. Bacall, Lauren Bacall.
Please come back home, Lauren.
Why?
Because I need you.
Well, I need myself more.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, don't worry about it.
I do worry about it.
No, you don't, Larry. You just think, this is a bit of a bummer for me at the moment. Why doesn't Lauren come home and get on with me tea?
You don't know what I feel.
You don't feel anything, Larry, not really. Oh, you climb up a ladder, you buy amber from Fortnum's, but it's all bollocks.
You never used to swear this much at home.
Yeah, but when I was at home, I used to think that life should be better.
Have a good mind to jump in. You'd be sorry then.
Yeah, but you wouldn't jump, Larry. You're not that kind of a man.
I would.
Lauren! Lauren! Your mother was right! You're a spoilt cow!
I jumped.
You slipped.
I jumped. You ain't half cynical.
Well, if you meant to do it, what was all the screaming for?
Because it was minus bleeding 20 degrees. Thank God I only rented this whistle.
Oh, boys. You got yourself a race. Lauren Bacall. There. Wednesday, 3:10.
Cheers. What's your prob, face, eh?
Wednesday's the day of the All Britain semis.
Yeah. Not till the evening.
Got no chance of winning if he's had a race in the afternoon, has he?
Oh, dear.
I've had a lovely day.
Well, you certainly know how to give a girl a good time.
Business is only business. But you... I will give it all up if that's what you wanted.
Go on, then.
What?
Give it up. I mean, what's the point of saying you will when I know you won't?
Right, well... When I started this next deal, I will. I bloody well will.
I wrote to Elvis from that desk. He never wrote back.
I posted it.
Did you? Oh, yeah.
Don't feel like 30 years ago, does it?
Especially with my mum shuffling round outside the door. I still feel about 15.
I thought you got rats.
When I told her I was bringing you up here, she reminded me I was a married woman.
I'm a married man.
Well, exactly.
Nothing's going on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice cup of tea. Oh.
hoping you'd pop by, Jim.
Why?
Well, you know, I need to have a chat with you.
I'll have a chat with you and all.
I saw little Jim the other day. Did he say anything to you? He didn't say anything to you, did he?
What about?
Oh, whatever.
No?
Well, take the weight off your feet.
Who's this bug?
Oh, Laurence Olivier. It's signed.
Remember when West Ham beat Preston in the 64 Cup final and your old man got me a signed photo?
Yeah. Well, what was it you wanted to tell me then?
Sit down. Margaret, sometimes in life you plant a seed, fully expecting it to come up a looping, and if it comes up a tomato...
Jim, I know you want it to go back to how it was, but it can't. I've sort of met someone.
Ah,
I'm sorry.
that's all right.
You know,
Sure.
didn't mean, well, didn't do it intentionally.
These things happen.
I really don't think that you and me could have got back. Well, you're just a romantic.
Maybe I am.
Looking at things rosily. I wanted to tell you. Didn't seem right until I'd said something. There's history between us.
Is that it then, me and you?
Oh, I want to see you all the time. Maybe this way we'll get on better.
No, we both free agents now. If I met someone, you know, etc., etc.
Oh, I hope you do.
Margaret.
Jim, please don't do this. How can we just start over like you're always saying? I love you, Jim, but I ain't in love with you. I'll put the kettle on.
Look at that. I told you, until your Uncle Arch dies, I can't afford to lavish you with the luxuries you're used to.
Well, I'm not going back to Larry for a pot of Marmite.
I'm poor.
Welcome to the club.
Well, you don't have to be. That's the point. Oh, look at the state of this blouse.
We're getting something sorted out. I'll be out your hair by the end of this week if everything goes well.
You're not messing about with that bloody Jim Morley, are you?
Oh, don't be daft. He's just a mate.
Time the headmaster come round was down to him. Rumlotty's family.
Get on with your ironing.
Go back to Larry.
Look, Mum, I'm never going back to Larry, so stop going on about it.
I only want you to be happy, darling. Another bill?
No, ticket to the Bahamas.
You're not too old for a slap.
Well, look for yourself. Larry wants to take me on a second honeymoon. He says unless I'm at the airport on Thursday, he's going to leave me alone forever. That'll be a relief.
Don't eat outside. Bad enough the neighbours seeing you with that bike.
You've got to come, Larry. You know what deal you want to strike with this woman.
You're my financial advisor. You deal with it. I don't care.
But you've met her, Larry. You met her on Sunday.
I'm staying with my dog. Did you know that dog backwards spells God?
I'm waiting in the car. If he's not there in 5 minutes, I am going back to selling insurance.
There's nothing more attractive than a man at his work. If you want Lauren back, and I believe you do, your continuing success has got to be the magnet that draws her home. You got to admit, Larry, you're not your most attractive when you mope. You've got to go out there, go to this meeting, close the deal, and all the time know you're doing it for the woman you love.
I just seen him go. How much we got, boy? We're talking megabucks.
Hey, trust me, you know.
Bigger mug than we thought then, eh?
Yeah.
How much we got?
It's the last time, Dad. Whatever you think of Larry, he's been good to me.
Look, cloth ears, we're only borrowing the money. What's so scandalous about that? He'll get it back by closing time.
Yeah, just in time to see his dog lose the All-Britain semi.
You make your own luck in this world.
My client runs a thriving business, which, prior to your arrival on the scene, she had absolutely no intention of selling. However, I've advised her to attend this meeting because, like everything else in this life, if the price is right, you sell.
And what price would you consider right?
In a bar in Toledo, across from the depot, on a bar stool, she took off her ring.
Right, lads, listen up. We've got a grand here. This is what we've got to do. Maximum stake with these boys is half a monkey. If the bookies get a whisper that our dog is fancied, the price is soon going to be wiped off the blackboard. So I'll put us all in front of separate bookies. I'm going to give them a signal from me. We all place our bets simultaneous. No cock-ups on this one. Because after this, we're legit.
Trap free low on the call, please, mate. Half a monkey. 250 low on the call.
Half a monkey low on the call, please.
Yes, I did. 3 to 1.
My old grandmother always used to say,
They've agreed the price. Sign. Everybody's happy. Sign.
But more important is the quality of your life, Mrs. Bilston. Not the quantity of money.
Sign, Larry.
I don't know whether Mrs. Bilston's doing the right thing by selling.
Just sign the thing, you blessed crackpot.
My woman owes you some money.
Yeah? And who might you be?
You don't want to know. I'm here to pay you off. Any problems, you'll find out who I am.
Who's this woman?
Lauren Patterson.
Right, here we are. Lauren, £3,904.74.
On an initial loan of £3 grand. I make it out to?
What's that? You can't give us a cheque with cash merchants.
All right. How much for cash? Bearing in mind how much he's already paid you.
$3 grand, I'll cross the name out of my book.
What a day.
William, would you like to? If you feel ready. You know, my place tonight. Only if you're ready. I'll phone up little Jim, tell him to sleep at his mother's.
That'd be nice.
Really? I better go and tidy up.
I want to go to the stove first. I want to see Larry's face when Dog of War finishes down the field.
I'll do you a nice little meal for when you come back.
Dim music, soft lights.
You call me old-fashioned.
Give us a kiss then. My hero.
Semi-final for the All Britain Finals. Runners are number 1, Flying Vicar, number 2, Gold West, number 3, Split Brilliant, number 4, Street Lightning, number 5, Nigel Sutter, and number 6, Dog of War.
He's getting up now. Come on, Dog of War! Come on! Come on! He's doing all right up. He's coming back in it. Think about what's coming back. Get up! Come on, boy! Get up! Come on! Come on, Dog of War, get up! Get up! Get up! Come on! Come on! Come on, get up! Come on, Dog of War, get up! Come on, dog! Oh, please me, Larry. Us, son. Us. You're a part of me. Hey? A dog in the All Britain final, eh? Yeah. Oh, brilliant, eh? Yeah. Well done, Dog of War. Well done. What's the matter with him? There's something wrong. Wait.
Looks like a heart attack. Stress of the race.
No. No.
If you like my body and you think I'm sexy, do you think I'm sexy, boo? If you think I'm sexy, do you think I'm sexy, do you think I'm sexy, boo? If you think I'm sexy. Yes? I thought I told you to make yourself scarce. Go on. Go with your mum. Shoot.
He ain't gonna come tonight, Dad.
What are you on about? Go on. Do your dad a favour. Bugger off.
Dog of War's dead.
What?
Died after the race. Too much stress on the art. We killed him, Dad.
Oh, she isn't in.
Oh,
She went off quite early.
I think I know where she'll be.
Oh, no, you don't. But I do.
You don't mean?
Where she should have been all along. By her distraught husband's side. Champagne, sir?
I knew you'd come. You love a bit of sun. Here are, Mrs. Patterson. Have a look through that. See if it's all it's cracked up to be. Of course. Now you're back with me. You can have as much money as you want. Kiss, kissing.
I once had a woman. She treated me too kind. I took her for granted. I thought that she'd always be mine.
It's aversion therapy, isn't it, Lauren? 1 week from today, you're going to be banging on my door. You just see if you ain't.
The kind of love I'm looking for, I can't find with nobody